What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. Alright guys, I got a pretty interesting one for you guys. This is at Mount Sharp, but here's the difference. You guys already know how I feel about Mount Sharp, so I'm not going to get into all that rigmarole. But I want to show you guys a couple wild things that I found. And, you know, I've been blamed for calling things different. You know, the rocks, and you're calling them this. You're calling them cars. You're calling them structures. Just that. I'm going to show you something. I mean, at least one of these things in here is beyond a doubt, and I mean at least, meaning no less, that it shows that these are not simply rocks. People, I don't know how they get it twisted, but here's the thing. If you see something that has actual structure to it, meaning there's corners, perfect circles, so on and so forth, things that look connected, I mean, how can this possibly be a simple rock? When it's got some intricate details, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do it, because for all you newcomers that are new to my channel, I'm basically the type of guy that will try to find things in these pictures because they're actually hiding this stuff. And I'm going to show you how I initially go after a picture. Not always, because I mean, guys, if I told you the time, how much time I use in these pictures and try to just see if there's anything in them. If there's nothing in them, I discard them. It's not a big deal to me. But then I'll go to the next one. And if I see something like this, then I'll question it. If I see something like this picture here, now I see some kind of shapes and straight lines, at least somewhat straight lines, because it's been pixelated. Okay, so right off the bat I go, okay, what is that? I don't care if it's a dining room table, something straight with legs, whatever. It could be anything to me, but it depends. Now here's the thing, I relate things I see here on Earth with what I see on Mars. And I've been blamed for that, and people are like, oh my God, he's seeing cars. It's like, well, because they appear to be. I'm not saying that they are. I've been blamed for, like, I'm telling people, like, I had one guy, unfortunately, I had to kick him off the channel. He's one of my subscribers, but he got belligerent with me, and that's the end of that. I'm not even going to get into it. But he's like, oh, you're telling these people that has to be this. No, I'm just saying that it looks like, oh my God, if I see something that really stands out, I'll say, man, this really looks like this. I'm not trying to be some kind of prophet and saying, hey guys, you have to believe what I'm saying. No, no, no. Because this is the reason why I tell people, please, you know, check this stuff out for yourself. Let me know what you think. Plain and simple. I think it's pretty easy. You know, I don't think I'm delusional when I tell people that. I'm telling, hey, this is what I think this is. You know, what do you guys think it is? I don't think that's delusional. I mean, here's the thing too, guys, and for all you newcomers, I go to the NASA JPL sites, ESA site, which is the European Space Agency, China's space station, or space, space station, or space pictures, I should say, you know, so on and so forth. I go to their sites, check their stuff out. And I'll take the pictures and I'll analyze them. If I see anything that has lines like this particular picture in front of you, then I question it. Now, sometimes they turn out to be absolutely nothing. And then I just move along. It's not a big deal. But when it comes to stuff like this, I look at this and I go, okay, I'm seeing lines here. Now, yeah, because I'm tuned to seeing what I see here on Earth, I automatically think, okay, I see this weird triangle or this kind of weird distortion, and I'm seeing these lines over here. It kind of looks like something like a car, like a shape of a car. So, yeah, I mean, I would do that. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this particular picture, I want to show you how easy it is you can be duped. Because this is the real picture, right here. Right here. That's the real picture. Is it possible that that's what they're really seeing on Mars, and this is what they turned the pictures into, looking like, you know, this one here, or I should say this one here, rather, this one here. Now, you'd be none the wiser if I had this like this and you zoomed into that picture. It gets worse and worse, right? It degrades. It looks like a bunch of pixelation, and you'd be right. So what I do is I just kind of simply just go into it, blur out so I can get straighter, smoother lines from their pixelated pictures. And you end up looking like this, to the point, and now the eraser tool is basically what I did here in the background. I just kind of, it's actually white. And you can see where there's a first line, just colored it in, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, if this was sepia color, which it is, which Mars loves to do, or I should say what they'd like to do to Mars, what NASA likes to do to JPL, if this was way in the background, and it was part of a much larger picture, you'd see that and you'd go, okay, now of course they never looked this clear, because if that was that clear, I mean, heck, we would have had them pegged a long time ago. But if you see this, and it's a very tiny piece, let's say it was on the right-hand top of this picture, and it was part of a much larger picture, you'd be none the wiser. And again, as much as this is pixelated, you could still almost clearly see the picture of that. But anyway, you get the idea. And that's what I'm trying to convey to you guys. This is how I go after pictures. There's plenty of pictures, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, I look at these pictures and go, if there's nothing here to see, move on. And that's it. But this is the one I want to show you. This particular one is from Sol 547. And there's actually some discrepancies in this one here. And I'm going to show you in a minute. You can just click on that. And of course, you can see it's from the NASA JPL. Again, in the high res. Okay, this is the area I've got in question. I'm going to show you this to you right here. Okay, this appears to me to be some type of machine. Is it a machine with wheels? And I'm going to show you this in a minute, and you guys can give me your honest opinion. Is it nothing more than rocks? Is it something that's, you know, is it something I'm just thinking of that's not really there at all? There's something in the background I'm going to show you here too. Now, I've showed you what I told you before. It looks like cars and everything else. But I'm going to show you one thing that particularly stands out, and I want you to see this. So, on the right-hand side here, I want to show you this here real quick. There's some things that are actually hidden in this picture, and you're going to see this. Now, look at this right here, like this shape here. See how it's like smooth right there in this dark area? And then it goes across like this. That's some kind of, I don't know if it's a structure, some kind of vehicles type thing, whatever. But, I mean, come on, when you see something like that, now... Again, it's very vague, and I get that, so we can just pass that off. It's not a big deal to me. This kind of looked like some kind of weird stairs to me, like kind of, see how the way it goes up? Like this here? And then it's got this weird, I mean, just this alone, I mean, when people doubt it, they go, oh, he's seeing rocks. Okay, let's go with that. Keep that in your mind. Look at this flat area here, and it goes down into the ground. There's a side to it and a top. Look at the way this is kind of like, got this nice curvature to it, and then the bottom of it's completely straight. I don't usually see too many rocks to do that. Okay, now, I see these lines like this here, and I automatically assume, or not assume, but at least say, hey, this looks like some kind of weird road, because it goes on and on. Look at it. It just keeps going, and then the other side of it does the same. It's completely straight. Now, is it part of, maybe it was a wall of a structure? That's possible. Was it some kind of street, or road type thing? And look at this right here. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this really clearly, but there's a 90-degree angle right here. And this weird cylindrical, shiny, kind of looks like a metallic kind of thing. Kind of odd, you know. Looks like there's some kind of flat rectangular things here. Now, these could be stones here, but, you know, when you see these pictures or what's in this picture, you're just going to go, well, that's a good possibility. It is something else. But, all right, this object here, and the reason why I'm going to point this out is this, and like I said, in the background here. Okay. Even this background, guys, look at this. Come on, look how much these look like a bunch of cars. Picture a car lot during a snowstorm. I mean, look at this. Comes down, got this weird line going through it. Comes down, see it? This one goes across, comes down. This one's across. It's like they're all running parallel, sitting right on the side of each other. Look at this one here. It's got like a, you can actually see what looks like it's got a side window to it right there behind this one. See that? And it comes down right like that. See it? And there's like a window here, like a little window, and like a windshield kind of thing. I'm not saying that's what this is. I'm just saying I'm going by shapes, and that's what I'm saying. All right. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this particular one right here is because now we're going to go to, this is, you can see it right here. It's 547, and it's done with the nav cam, which is the lowest camera on the, you know, basically if it was on your bumper or your grill of your own vehicle. That's about the height of it. Okay, let's go to 548. Where did it go? It's nowhere to be found. Now, let's be fair about it. Let's do this. Let's find a couple points of reference, and we're going to use these right here. This one right here is like a elongated oval shape, okay? And you can see like there's something actually sticking out of that. See how that looks like there's something, and there's something coming out of whatever this is. And you can see if you really look good, you guys can get this. You may not see the detail in this because manipulation, programs will do this. It'll actually... It won't show the detail you want to, so I encourage everybody to get their own picture, and I will have the links as always. You guys know that to both of these, both 548 and the 547. This one being 548. So anyway, right here, something coming out of it, but it looks like some kind of weird structure. You can see it right there, right here. Now, is it possible this is some kind of other vehicle in front of this other structure? You can see this is squared, and it looks like it's got this weird small dome to it. Okay. But anyway, we're going to use that as a reference point right here. I'm even going to click in once or twice. Here. And right here. Now, I said this is a railing or a bridge. Because You guys got to go back to my other videos where it's Mount Shop, Not What You Think It Is, and Mount Shop Revisited. Just watch these things. And people go, well, I know, but sometimes you sound contradictory because you're saying, one minute you're saying these are over here, looks like smaller cars on the left-hand side, but then you're saying these are cars. Well, just watch and you'll understand why. Because this mountain, so-called mountain, changes from day to day. And I believe that all this area are cars or structures, and they've been blown up and then put back into this picture. Because if you notice, look how this looks pretty natural somewhat, all over here. And then suddenly you get to right around here, it looks okay, it's all right. But then right from here to here, it looks all cartoonish. Why? Why would anybody have a cartoonish looking picture? Unless you're trying to hide something. You're trying to fudge the truth. And it's as plain and simple as that. Okay, so we're going to use this right here. We can call this whatever you like, but let's call this line right here where it comes out of the mountain. And we get this oval shape. Okay, jump back to the other one. Okay. Jump in a little bit. There's the start of it. There's that oval piece. There's this thing right here. Now, to me, this is a machine or some kind of weird vehicle or a vehicle with wheels or something to that. It's been turned on its side. Now, it doesn't look like much, and I get that. Bear with me here. I'm going to show you this right now. Okay. I just wanted to show you the difference in between sols, that this is suddenly gone. It's just a lump of crap here sitting on the ground now, and there's nothing more there. Now, in all fairness, it looks like this picture is more further away from this area than this one is. See it? So, okay, in all fairness, it looks like it's moved, the rover has moved up, or it's just the way they manipulated this background of this picture. I couldn't tell you, honestly, I really don't know. But, if that's true, if this picture is more moved up, you should see this thing right in your face. This thing should be right up, taking the whole picture right now, the whole screen. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, here we are. I'm going to jump in. Okay. Now, right here, the reason why I actually just squared up this, some people ask me, well, why don't you do the whole picture? Well, here's the thing. When you use the equalize, because it's so bright down here and so dark up here, it actually doesn't give you the full effect you want. I want to be able to bring each individual thing that I believe is something worth mentioning, you know. So let's do this. Let's equalize this. Try to brighten up and bring out some detail. And now, I believe all of this is inverted, and you'll understand why. Because right now, it doesn't look like much of anything, right? Okay, but you can see like a line running like this. Kind of comes down. It's real faint, but it's there. Now, I want you to pay attention to this laying right here. To me, if I didn't know any better, I mean, it kind of looks, it's flat here, goes across there, and it has like this curvature to it. It kind of looks like a wheel or a tire stuck in the dirt. Now, I know that sounds silly, but wait until I show you the whole thing, and then you tell me, you give me your honest opinion. Is it nothing more than a rock? You know. Okay, let's invert. Okay. I want you guys to pay attention to is this right here. Right here. Now, that rock I told you, which I said it could be a tire. I'm not saying it is, but it's flat right here and goes across here. Okay. Now, this is what I want you to concentrate on, too. Right in the middle of this, right in this area. Now, it doesn't look like much, and you may say, well, a little bit. But another thing I want to tell you guys it's worth noting is that if you remember in my last picture, I showed you like there's a vehicle right there in front of you kind of thing. And this is kind of the same thing. They took like this line of crap, and what they did was they kind of blended in to make it look like it's just part of the landscape. And they don't make it, you know, to try to throw off what's actually in the picture. And keep in mind also that the next sol, this is not in it. So keep that in mind too. Okay. Now, here. Now invert this thing. Now watch this when I blur this, especially this area here. Right in here, in the middle of it. Okay, suddenly to me, things are popping out. I see too many symmetrical lines here. Look at this. It's like it goes across, angles down, it's flat right here, angles back down this way, flat, and then comes straight up. And it looks like it's made it to something, almost like, kind of like if you've seen like underneath of a car, you'd see like the old cars, and I'm not talking about the ones with the transversed front-wheel drive. I'm talking about the older cars where it had the transmission meshed up to the meshed to the engine. Now I'm not saying that's what this is. I'm just saying it looks like it's meshed. It's mounted to each other. This right here, and it's perfect right in the middle. It's got this weird pot right here. Some kind of weird cone thing right here. And then look at this right here, this pot that runs out. It looks like it's part of the body of this. And then it has what looks like a pipe coming down to this slightly bigger pot, then a bigger pot, and then it looks like a pipe comes out of that. Now, I don't know if it goes into that or not, but I mean, you could just clearly see there's some weird things. Look at this from this cone thing. This pipe looks like it comes up, goes across. Now, I don't know if this is part of the manipulation because it looks like it just goes further out. Now, if this is a wheel, and I'm going to say a hypothetical, if this were a car, look at this. Look at the wheel on here. And then you got maybe the front fender, and then it'd be the front end right here. See that? Now, look at the top part of this. If this is truly a vehicle, I'm not saying it is, but if it was and it was on its side, look at the mechanical part sticking out of this. Like, I don't know about you guys. If you know anything about cars, you got tie rod ends and you got ball joints. Ball joint, tie rod end. I mean, you can actually literally see round and sticking down into this. Coming out over here, right here. This would be your tie rod end. This would be your ball joint. If you know anything about cars, you know what I'm talking about. Look to the back here. It looks like there's some rounded arch kind of thing. It's very faint, but it's there. Okay, is it possible this was some kind of vehicle? Now, I'm not saying a car like we have. I'm saying is it some kind of machine with wheels? Because look at, be like perfect spot right here. One here. This one's gone. And this may be another right here. But look at the way this comes out and drops down. Now, I'm going to brighten and contrast it up and maybe we can get this to pop a little bit more. Okay. See this right here now? Comes out right here, comes over to here, so on and so forth. Look at the way these parts look like they're meshed on. Look at boom, boom, like they're mounted. I don't know, guys. Even here on the lower left, it looks like some kind of weird rectangular shaped box. Now, I don't know what that is. It may or may not be part of it. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. But it's there. It's right there. It's black here and then white on the inside now. And now right here, it's light and it's black here on the inside. And you can see that now. Okay. So now bring that in like this. Like I said, you got your pot sticking out. And it looks like it's got a wheel well type thing. Now, I'm not saying this is. I'm just saying it's just weird. I'm just looking at it like it sure looks like it to me. Now, guys, also, here's another thing. Keep an eye on the stuff that's in the background here. Look at this. Now, we won't get into that because you can't see it very clearly, so I don't expect to. But now I'm going to colorize this, and then you guys tell me what you think. Now, I'm going to jump into this at 400% because I know you guys, a lot of you guys are using tablets and so on, and phones. There's only so much you can go in because 400, yeah, it jumps to 800, and there's no way. Well, let's do it this way. That's 8. Let's not do it that. Let's do it this way instead. Okay, let's go into, well, let's zoom in. I think it'll go 550, I think. Yeah, 550. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to, because I know you guys, like I said, a lot of you guys are looking at phones and stuff like that. But look at the way this, I mean, come on. It's just too symmetrical. Now it's more pixelated now, guys, and I get that. But look at this. Comes down, has this pipe kind of thing. I mean, there's just so many, oh my God. Go back to 300%. Okay, let's move on. Now, I want to show you this in the background. And there's also a couple other things that I actually noticed while I was doing this. And I had no intention of even pointing this thing out. But anyway, so I'm going to jump back to here because I didn't, I went like this. I want to re-blur it and then re-sharpen. And I'm going to back out just for a moment. So you guys can, if you're still using your magnifier, you guys can still do this. You guys can still look at this. I'll go 200%. And you guys can look that over. Pause it anyway, you guys know that. Alright, now let's jump into this here in the background, right here. But there's also a couple other things I want you guys to pay attention to. And this is kind of funky. I didn't notice this until after. Now, if these are just rocks, guys, and there's nothing more in Mars to see but rocks, you're going to see something right here. And you can see it in the picture. It kind of angles down, comes down, goes across, and there's some kind of weird cross member right here. Something right there. There's something right there, like I said, but I think this gets inverted and you won't even see it. But what's even more important is what I'm going to really show you is right here in the picture and all over in this area. Now watch this. Equalize it, and I'm going to blur it. Okay. Now, first of all, you can just see these things right here. They have these weird lines, straight lines. Not too many rocks do this. Look at this. Or mountains. And they have like small dark circles. See that? Look at these things. Look at the way they're coming down. Come on, man. Look at this. You can almost see faintly, and I'm going to back out a little bit so you guys can, like I said, any given time you guys can look this stuff over. Because you see a lot better detail. I can zoom into this picture, but it'll never be clear as opposed to keeping the picture backed out and then use a magnifier. Okay. So, we already equalized. We blurred. Now I'm going to invert this. Now, watch this area in the upper left of the sectioned out box. This, now, again, I'm going to show you this real quick because I want people to see this. Right here, you're going to notice something right here. And it goes across. See that? And you're going to see it right now. Goes across here. And there's something else over here. You're going to see that in a second. Watch this. What is this? It's something, you can see it it comes out in a straight line. Comes down right here. Whoops, my bad. It comes down right here. And it has this, like, it's almost like a support kind of thing right there. See that? Comes down, goes across. It looks like it kind of has this round part of it. Goes across, has this round thing here, something here, and then it slopes down again like another support right here. Now watch this. Whoops, my bad. I went backwards. My fault. Now look at this. Boom. Let's do a little reshopping. Goes across, down. Okay. Right here, again, it looks like some other support because it does the same thing on this side. Now round circle, and it looks like this thing actually continues on. Now, I can't tell what these things are, but you can see this. There's just weird, funky things in here. I mean, it's insane. I mean, it really is crazy. Look at this. And it has this weird stripe thing on it. I don't know what that is. This is, I actually said in my other, I said in plenty of videos, this has not changed. This looked like it was kind of like a weird, like the front of a 747, if you will. It has like a window here, some kind of opening, and then it has other openings here. Okay? That's the best way I can, I can say it. Here's this other thing, too. Watch this. I'm going to see if I can find this. Okay, we've got these here. Okay, now I'm going to colorize it. Now watch this. See that right there now? Okay. Then you got this piece here. All of these here. There's something, all kinds of stuff sticking out right here. There's something, look at this, the way this is open right here. Okay, and it looks like this, whatever this white thing is in the background, you can see it's right here. It looks like it's got like these white squares or whatever. Now I'm going to back out, just so it won't be like, oh, well, it's pixelated. That's why you can see that. But look at this. It goes up right here, comes down, circle, circle. It looks like it comes down here, goes to the front, circles around right here, goes across. Okay, now, look at this piece I was telling you about earlier. Right here. Again, what rock does this? Right here. Flat across, angles down, and straight down. You can see where they try to manipulate this thing. See how it goes across? Like a light ghosted out haze kind of thing. But it goes across, goes down. And there's actually other stuff here. But anyway, you got something right here. Come on, man. Rocks don't do this. I mean, you guys don't... And I told this guy, because when we went back and forth, that rocks don't do this. And here's the thing. I'm not making this up. It's in the picture. It's right there. The only difference is, let me blur it up, and then darken it. Look at this. It's there in the picture. I'm not making this stuff up. It's there. It's got some weird, funky things in the background here, too. Look at this. Something with a circle. I mean, guys, check this picture off yourself. He's, oh, I'm trying to convince people. I'm not trying to convince people of anything. I'm saying this is what I see. And like my buddy Will likes to say, I see what I see, you see what you see. And that's it. That's what it comes down to. It's interpretation. And, and a lot of people interpret different things. And I'll do the same. But this is the reason why I got this channel. I want to know, what you guys think. Let's find the truth together. I don't know everything there is to know here, because if I knew everything that was on the surface and what it was, we'd have NASA blown out of the water a long time ago. And I think everybody would agree with that. So, me personally, I still think, look at this. They almost look identical, these two. And look at these things. Come on. These look like either futuristic buildings or they're vehicles. One of the two. They can't be anything else. Well, I guess they could be, because we really don't know. But I'm just saying the way they appear, that's what they look like to me. They're either or. Okay. Here's these other things here. Now I'm going to invert. And there you go. There's that piece right there. And you can just see there's something half round here. I didn't get it all in the picture, but there's other things sticking out here too. How about this, guys? And I need to take a look at this a little bit more, and maybe you guys can do the same. Why does this ground look like it's all broken up right here? See this right here? And look at this underneath. It's got this straight bar going right across, like a support. See that? It's almost like this is some kind of weird artificial ground, if you will, and there's something underneath all of this. See that? I don't know. But see how it looks like it? You can tell this is actually an inverted picture. You can just see the way this... And now see how it's all busted apart right here. Like there's underneath, there's an underground type thing to this. And you can see how it's been busted apart. But I noticed this stuff too, and I'm going, whoa, what is this? See that? It looks like it has supports going across. do a little shopping, and colorize. What is that? It looks like a busted apart ground. Is it possible that this is like a giant city type thing or some kind of metropolitan area? I've been saying this all along. But you guys tell me. I mean, you guys give me your take on it. Tell me what you think. I'm going to back this part out too. Actually, I'll jump into 400% on this one because I know, like I said again, you guys are watching this on phones and tablets and so on and so forth. Tell me what you think. Is this just a random line in the upper left corner? Am I just seeing things? Am I just, like this guy says, oh, I'm deranged or whatever? Look at right here on the almost to the right. Look at this. It comes across, down, has another line. Now, let's just remove all doubt. Try to back out so we can get less pixelation. Look at this. Boom. Line here. And look at the way this goes across. Goes down like it's a windshield of a car of some sort. Now, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying, again, it just relate to it. Okay. So, again, guys, give me your take on this stuff. Tell me what you think. I'm sure there'll be another part to this somehow because I'm going to really dig deeper into this. And like I said, I think my buddy Christian over there, What's Up in the Sky? I'm sorry, Olympus Sky. Even, well, you can check either channel out. You guys can check my friends out. Will over What's Up in the Sky 37, as well as Christian. He's over there at the Olympus Sky. Check these guys out. I got them as friends on my page. You can just go on there and you can see my friends. I got the 3 of them guys on there because these are the basic 3. Myself. I also got Maz Unmasked. He just started making videos. He's making some awesome videos. Check his out. You know, he's got some good stuff there. I got the 3 of those guys on my bottom of my page. You can click on it and just check these guys out. These guys are making good stuff, amazing pictures, bringing some stuff to light, which is what's really here on Mars and how we're being fooled and duped. So that's it, guys. That's it. I'm going to back right out. Again, you guys tell me what you think, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to tie you up. If you guys are just viewers and you're not subscribers, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Give me some thumbs up. You guys are going to be stay abreast of what's coming up as far as new videos. I'm going to have plenty more of those coming up. And any of you guys that I know you guys have already started sending me these things, and I've been answering you guys and going back and forth as far as you guys sending me pictures and what I think these things are. If you see a good picture and you think you know, and we both take a look at it and swear there's something in it, if you want me to make a video out of it, let me know. So if you want me to make a picture or a video rather out of your picture, let me know. But I'm not going to do it beforehand because you may want to use it. Because I know a lot of you guys already got your own channels. So I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not going to take it away from you. You guys do your own thing. The more people that are doing these videos and they're bringing this stuff out, the better it is. That's the way I look at it. And it's all about trying to find the truth. I don't know everything there is on these. I just take a guess. It's basically, you know, that's what they are. Just guesses. We don't know exactly what these are, but we can kind of correspond what we see here on Earth and what the shapes and stuff that are on Mars. So that's basically what it comes down to. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys next pick.